Hi guys, we're the Wolfmans and we are building our second dream home right across the street from our first custom home build. We are officially in the sexier part of the build, which is the finishes stage. And previously we've completed our flooring installation with tile and hardwood throughout, the trim installation with baseboards, window and door casing, and some beautiful accent paneled walls. And we also completed the installation of our custom designed contemporary white kitchen with contrasting black pops, bold countertops, and backsplash slabs, and beautiful brass details. In our last episode, we continued our exterior home finishes and backyard. And today, we take you back inside as we make lots of progress with our interior home finishes by selecting and completing paint and wallpaper throughout our home.
So one other thing that we really wanted to do in this space is tie the windows into the space a little bit. So, you know, we have our hood in the kitchen, which is black. And then on the other side of the kitchen, we have a nice open cabinet and a set of double glass doors as well, which are black. And then on the far side of this space, we have our feature wall, which is quite dark. So we have a lot of sort of black accents in the space, and we kind of really just wanted this wall to also complement that. So we really actually wanted to order the interior of our windows to be painted black to begin with, but unfortunately the manufacturer couldn't do that. So we're having them painted on site. So the trims around them are still going to be white, just like the rest of the windows in the house, but the windows themselves are going to be black, and I think that's really going to pop and balance out the kitchen in a really nice way.
So these paint colors look much darker on video than they do in kind of real life. They're obviously still dark, but the tone kind of comes across a little bit darker, and part of it could just be the lighting. But in any case, what we were going with, the direction we wanted, is more of a charcoal, like a deep charcoal that has a little bit of a navy or blue undertones, because we have these stunning blue navy, like royal navy chairs that we are bringing from our current house, which we love. So we wanted to make sure that whatever we pick kind of goes nicely with these chairs but doesn't fight with them. We also have the stunning dining room table that's a single slab, and it's like this wooden live edge, and it's a little bit of a lighter color. We also have these stunning floors that's kind of like a honey blonde type of color, white oak. So we kind of thought that having something that's got a little bit of a navy undertone would just pop really nicely against those colors. So what we're thinking right now is we're thinking this color is a little bit too navy, and it's just gonna fight a little bit with the chairs. So we're gonna eliminate that one. And then this one we're thinking is a little bit too gray. It just feels like a little bit dull. I don't really see any of the navy undertones in it. So don't love these options either. So now that these two paint colors are eliminated, we're really kind of deciding between these two, and they might look pretty similar on video, and they do look pretty similar in real life. There's a little bit of a distinction. I'm seeing a little bit of a purplish undertone in here, versus this one is probably more of like a true navy undertone. You know, it's tough. It's tough to see it based on such a small sample and trying to envision the whole room. Also, the room has different angles of walls. Some of them have more direct light. Some of them are kind of sideways and have a little less light. So ideally, we really should be looking at these across a number of different walls in our space. I think because the guys had primed it already, they preferred for us to do it on a different wall. But in any case, I think we can't go wrong. It's just trying to kind of figure out which paint color kind of speaks to us a little bit better.
Okay, so we have to be careful here. We have an artist at work. Our painter is spraying the dining room today. We want to try to be out of his way. Sorry, I'll be 1 second. And the next time we see this dining room, it's going to be the Hail Navy color that we're really excited about. So can't wait to show you guys.
So we ended up going with this one called Hail Navy. It probably looks a little bit darker in the video than it does in real life, but it's really a very rich charcoal with like a strong navy undertone, which is exactly the feel we wanted to go for. So it looks beautiful in this like semi-gloss finish on the MDF, and it just looks really nice and rich, I guess, with this like finish. It's really beautiful. It's hard to get like the full feel for it still because a lot of the areas are still taped up for the trim. But once we kind of strip these parts off, you will get some of these white pops of trim against it, kind of like this. And then I really like the contrast really stands out. And then also as soon as we lift the floor covering, and you'll see kind of like the honey blonde sort of golden floor, we just think that this room's gonna come together beautifully. And yeah, this is the living room. And we're still missing the sconces here, and can't wait to take this off because I think that this fireplace is gonna look gorgeous in this room with some of the like golden veining and some of like the blue and gray veining in here. It's just gonna come together really, really nicely. Hi guys, so we're in our great room right now, which really involves our kitchen, our breakfast area, and our future family room. And we were debating about whether we want to introduce a slightly different color here. Just for some context, right over there we already have those, our dining room and our formal living room, which have the dark hail navy color, like that charcoal and navy blue. And then also right up the stairs, which you can still get a good view from the main floor, we're gonna have our feature wall that also has the hail navy. So we kind of have a lot of feature walls already. We were debating about whether we want to include a little bit of a light gray color here to make it pop from the rest of the house. The rest of the house is going to be OC 62, which is baby's breath, and it's basically just like a light white, clean white. So we were thinking about whether we want to include a little bit of color here, something like a light gray. And the reason why we thought it'd be nice to include here is originally because we thought it might be nice to have a little bit of a contrast between some of the like black and white features. But now that we're in this space, and when you really piece together all the different features, we're just wondering if it's too much to kind of include another color altogether. So I think we're gonna stick with just keeping it white and simple and consistent with the rest of the white that we're going for the rest of the house, which is OC 62, and not really bother with introducing any kind of gray colors. So that's the decision. So in here you see 4 samples, and they're actually for 2 separate rooms. The blue ones we're considering for Leo's kind of big boy toddler room. This is the color we originally selected, and then we were worried it might be a bit too dark, so we wanted to sample it at about 50% lighter. We're still feeling like it might be a little bit too much. When you really see it across the whole room, it might just be like really blue. So we need to go back and try to get this at even like half lighter, or this at 75% lighter, however they do it. We need to try a bit of a lighter sample. For the future nursery, this was the original green that we had selected. Again, kind of felt like it might be a little bit too greeny, and then we went 50% lighter, but now we feel like the 50% lighter almost feels a little like a neon green, which is not really the direction we wanted to go with. So kind of back to the drawing board. Neither one of these colors really hits the mark for us just yet, so we're gonna try to go a little bit lighter still, or otherwise try to maybe pick out a slightly different color altogether that might just be a little bit more of like a nature kind of soft green as opposed to like a neon green. So stay tuned. So we've had some nice painting progress over here. We painted this beautiful feature wall where our staircase is. We did this really, really nice kind of geometric shape detail with some applied molding, and just to really give it some artistic effect. It looks a little bit darker on the video, but it's actually a hail navy. It's kind of like a deep navy with some gray undertones. So that's done. And then right out of here we have our future nursery. We painted it like a very light, soft green. You can sort of see the contrast against the baseboards and the door and the ceilings. We're gonna do like a little bit of like a foresty, jungly theme here. And as we continue, we have here
my office, and we did this stunning wallpaper with blush pink peonies and white flowers with a little bit of green. So just a really, really gorgeous wallpaper and detail right here, which I'm really excited to furnish this room. And then this bedroom right here is gonna be Leo's big boy room, and we painted it blue because that's the color that he chose a few months ago when he was here. And it's really nice. It's still kind of like a light blue, not too punchy, but just enough to sort of give a nice effect. Yeah, can't wait to furnish some of these rooms.
Okay guys, so just wanted to talk to you a little bit about our wallpaper selection in the powder room. So this powder room is 6 feet wide well, I guess 6 feet long by 5 feet wide. Before we chose our wallpapers, everything else in here was pretty much decided. So we had picked our vanity, which is sort of that honey wood base with the slate top. We picked our toilet, we picked our floor, which is a nice black slate floor. So we really needed to, I guess, complement what we'd already chosen. There were some really beautiful options, but these were the sort of final 4 that we narrowed it down to. So I'm gonna try to lay them out for you a little bit right here so you can see. As standalone options, these 2 wallpapers we really, really loved. But ultimately, we just didn't feel like they flowed with the other decisions that we made in this bathroom. We felt they were a little too, I don't know if elegant is the right word, but just a little too
formal.
Formal, thank you. That's the perfect word. Just a little too formal. They are stunning in their own right, but we just thought they were a little too formal, which ended up being great because these wallpapers were actually 6 times the cost of these 2 wallpapers. So that brought us to kind of to these 2 options over here.
Okay, so really then boiled down to these 2 options for us, and we like them both for 2 different reasons. So this one is a grass cloth. It's like a zebra texture. It's very textured, and it just gives off like a little bit more of a natural type of look and vibe. And it's a vertical pattern, it would just be consistent. Versus this one, and if you zoom in a little bit closer, is like a monochromatic kind of tone on tone, still very textured. It's a woven sisal, and we felt that this one just has like the right amount of kind of like a little bit of a sophisticated and elegant element to really help elevate the rest of the powder room, but still went along with a lot of the natural features that we have in here with the stone and the wood. Either way, like what we wanted to achieve in the powder room is just a little bit of like a drama and wow factor. The powder room is really the one place where you could go all out and really kind of go outside your comfort zone and have a lot of drama, because it's a room that's mainly used by guests. You don't really spend that much time in here, so just the right amount of time to make it really pop. So going with a lot of these like dark tones, we wanted to create a very dramatic, moody type of space, and we felt most comfortable kind of doing that in here. So yeah, I think both of these help us achieve that.
Okay, so we made our decision. We are staining it black. Final decision, it's gonna be black, and we're already starting staining now. So here's the left panel. I think it's gonna look beautiful. What do you think, Fred?
Awesome.
Awesome, love it.
It would be great. Finally we decided.
Finally we decided, yes, sorry.
Thanks for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed the video as we shared our process of selecting and pairing the right paint colors and wallpaper for different spaces in our home. Please leave us a comment or a like to let us know your thoughts, and be sure to subscribe to follow along our home building journey. In next episodes, we continue with our interior home finishes, like completing the master bedroom, bathroom, and final touches as we start nearing completion of our custom home build. So make sure to join us next time.